Hey guys, today I want to show you a few examples of the little figures I find at auctions all the time, little composition and lead figures. And I'll start with the composition here. It's kind of hard to describe the makeup of it. I mean, if you know what composition is, you're good, but I guess you call it kind of a plaster. It's not metal. It's yeah, I guess that's about what you would consider it. Some kind of light plaster, and these things get pretty brittle over time. The biggest issue you're going to see in these are going to be the legs cracking. They have like wood skeletons underneath with plaster on top of it, and I don't know if you can see it here. Marked. It's marked Japan, but I don't think you can see it. Look at that! I already got some paint coming off it. That's great. But yeah, these things I believe are made by a company called Trico, and you see them all the time. They're probably worth maybe $5 or so. I think I wrote this down. Yeah, this one I got $6 for. I just had some auctions end. Which, by the way, I guess I'll update you. I spent $1,100 at the last auction. Just had $1,400 come in last night, and I have maybe another 60 or so things to put up this week that I'm in the process of putting up. So I should be making pretty good money. It's going real well. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, the cop's worth about $5 there. See another one you'll see all the time. I swear it's like I see this thing at every auction I go to. It's a lady, and these are, I believe, O gauge, S gauge, or O gauge or standard gauge train scale. And again, same thing, Trico. These are about 3 inches tall, and her legs are pretty good too. I don't see any cracking or anything. And this one you can see pretty well on the bottom there, Japan. I got $6 for that one. Now this guy here, I got $34 for. It's pretty cool. He's a porter, and I imagine I got that kind of money because he's like a kind of a black Americana piece, and you know, the train collectors. But as you can see, he's got all the hardware there. It's got the little baggages and all that stuff. Sorry guys, this camera's just not working real well. What else do we got here? So you got $34 for that thing, and then there's another kind of composition piece I see here and there. I'll just show them to you at the same time. We don't need to make this too long. And they're pretty cool. I believe these are putts. They're marked Germany on the bottom. They're about maybe 2.5 inches tall, maybe even a little shorter. I guess about that. And I don't see these quite as often, but I believe they might be made by P-U-T-Z. I'm not even going to begin to pronounce that one. I'll wind up saying a curse word in a foreign language or something. But they're going for about $5 a piece, I think. Let's see, I wrote those down. Yep, got $5 a piece for those. And now, onto the lead figures. These guys you're going to see all over the place. And these are made by Barclay. And this is in pretty darn good shape. This cop here, these are going to be worth a little bit more, and like most anything, it all depends on the condition. Now this cop here is in just about, I mean, it's in extraordinary shape. I mean, there's hardly anywhere whatsoever on this guy, and I got $15 for him. And these are not marked, as you can see. I guess you can kind of see on the bottom, it's not marked. You just kind of have to know what they look like. They have these green oval bases, most of them. Then they have some, I think they're pod feet, but they might be man-all. Anyway, moving on. Here's another example, lady. And all these are, again, basically going to be considered O-gauge train scenery. These are, you know, platform people, they call them. Just things you would stick around the train set. And what I get for her? I got $10 for her. But again, this is perfect shape. So, well, not perfect. As you can tell, she's got some issues, actually. I don't know if you can see that chipping on the bottom. But for the most part, this would be considered extremely nice shape. I mean, look at that. There's no chips whatsoever on her back. It's awesome. So, I got $10 for that. And these things, like I was about to say, really, you need to have good condition on these as far as getting top money. If she was in bad shape, you know, a lot more paint wear, you wouldn't get a thing for her. I mean, it'd just be worthless. So, just because you see these, don't get all excited. They have to be in nice shape. And here's this guy's a train engineer, I think they call him. I got $13 for him. And I guess I should say I got an entire big flat of these type of figures. There must have been 120 of them or so. Well, there's 100 plus of them, I know that. And I paid $180, which was way more than I wanted to buy, but I was going home with them. I wanted them. there's just so many things. I'm going to make a killing off him, so I'll be alright. So yeah, here's the train guy, and he's in excellent shape. Again, this is Barclay, about 3 inches tall, O gauge, S gauge model train stuff. So if you see those in good shape, snap them up. And now here's an interesting piece here, because I really don't see these very often. I'm going to try to turn on my light here on my camera, see if that helps. Maybe that helps a little bit. And these are actually made by Lincoln Log, which is pretty cool. And I was pretty excited when I first saw them, because, you know, I just don't see these very often. It's not like they're uncommon, but for some reason I just don't see them very often. But they're really not worth that much. They're only worth $5 a piece. There's one of them. I'll show you another example. Another guy thought he might do a little better, since you could sort of throw him in the you know, Black Americana collectible thing, but no such luck. Still only about $5. And what else? Okay, I mentioned I didn't have any Britons to show you, but what we have here is another company that was from Great Britain, somewhere, I think it popped up somewhere in the 30s, give or take, and they sort of gave Britons a run for their money. At the time, Britons was only selling in sets, packs, and these guys came out. JHill, or I think it's John Hill Company. They're marked JHill on them if they have markings, but they're mostly known as JoHillCo. I guess JoHillCo is what you would call them. You know, if you're at eBay, that's what you would look for and what you put in your keywords. And these, is going on to say that these rivaled Britons over in England for a while. They were selling these individually in dime stores, and it started biting into the Britons, I guess you'd say, market share. So that's when Britons decided to start breaking theirs out of packs and selling them individually to, you know, compete with these guys. So they became the #2 toy manufacturer in England for decades, I'd imagine. So yeah, she got, I'm going to get for her $7 is what I got for her, and she's in pretty darn good shape too. Let's see, another one here. This guy's considered what you would call a drover, which is some kind of shepherd, I would assume, you know, running sheep around or something. He's not in as good a shape. He's got some issues on his hat, which you can't really tell. There you can see. I got $6 for him. And then golfer here, I did well on that. I actually saw one of these go for $60 on eBay. I only got 30 for mine, but I have 4 of them, so that's really good. So you're talking $120 right there. I mentioned I spent $180 on this whole flat full of lead and composition figures, and I'll get $120 out of just 4 of them. And so I'm going to kill on this lot. But he's a really neat piece. He's rare. You only see 1 or 2 of them up there on eBay. Nice shape, $30 for him, and maybe more. I'm tempted not auctioning the other 3 and putting them in the store for like $50 and just waiting, you know, for somebody to snatch them up. And this guy here, I swear, if I've seen one of these guys, I've seen 1,000 of them. He's a really cool little piece. Old man sitting on the bench with his handkerchief or something. Here's the bench. It's marked J Hill on the back, which you're not going to be able to see. But yeah, just a little dude chilling out on the park bench. It's a pretty cool piece. I got $18 for him, and I've got 3 of them exactly the same. So, you know, 20. Let's call it $60. Let's call it $50. You know, between these 3 pieces here that I have at $50, those golfers at $120, I got my money back right there, and I still have like another $80 or 80 pieces I'm selling. So, anyway, I'm sorry to keep going on about that, but I'm really excited. I did well in that lot. What else do we have here? Clear out some paint there. These I don't see that often, honestly. These are French-made figures, and I don't think this one is marked French. I just know it is. And this guy's supposedly throwing oats or seed or something goofy. I can't say exactly what. Sowing something or other, I believe was the description. I actually found him in one of my books. And got $20 for him. Again, though, he's in pretty good shape. Not perfect, but very, very good shape. And this guy I like for some reason. I don't know why. A little kid looks like he's pulling a fish off his fishing rod there. Got $10 for him. And one last piece here. A little milkmaid here. Let's put her over here in the light so you can see her a little better. At least that's what the book calls her, milkmaid. And I got 20 bucks for her, and she's in great shape as well. So, alright, that's it. Just want to show you some of these lead and composition pieces I found. Long story short, I guess I'll just leave it there. Long story short, keep an eye out for these little figures. Composition, lead ones, either Barclay, JHill, or JoHillCo, I guess they call them. Britain's, I don't know if I mentioned that or not, the Trico. There's just tons of them out there, but what I usually try to do is not buy these individually. Just find big lots of them, and you're almost sure to find some kind of treasure in there. So, good hunting, and take care, guys. Please rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. Take care. Bye.